Hi everybody, Judy Tuttle here with Tuttle Up Stamping. I am on day 21 of my 31 days of Facebook Lives. It has been so much fun. I'm in Midland, Texas, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here. I do classes in person and I also do classes online or to go. So those classes are always available to anyone anywhere in the United States, okay? I'm not allowed to sell overseas. This is my current month's host code. And this is where you can shop 24/7, the TuttleUpShop.com. I would be happy and pleased, good morning, Laura, to be your Stampin' Up demonstrator, your go-to person if you don't have one. So let me know if I can help you in some way. You can always private message me. There will be a link in the description after this video is over. Hello, Jan, where you can click on it to get on my email list. I send several emails a week. I send a newsletter every Tuesday with all the information in it. And then I usually send a couple of other emails during the week to remind you about deadlines for registrations that are coming up. So if you would like to be a part of my email list, just click on that link after this video is over, and I'd love to get you connected to that. Okay, so I am going to move that up a little bit and get it out of the way. First thing I want to talk to you about is I have been remiss in talking about my totally terrific toadstools free class. I do this every year during celebration. If you place orders in January and February, cumulative, so if by the end of February you have spent $180 in January and February, you will get this class for free. It will be 5 cards and a 3D item. It will be sent out to you in early March with a PDF and everything that I do for a normal class, but this will be free to you for being an awesome celebration customer of mine during celebration. So if you would love to get that terrific toadstools class, think about placing 3 orders of $60 and get 3 celebration items for free and or more, and get this terrific toadstools class for free, okay, from me, sent to your home or in person here in Midland, Texas for free. All right, next, you guys know I only have 1 spot left in my For the Love of Cookies and Cards. This is an in-person event in Midland, Texas. The link to that will be up in the description as well. And of course, I'd always love to have you a part of my team. We have some great specials going on right now. You can get everything that's shown here, a stamp set and 2 packages of markers, a $91 value added to your starter kit, or you can just get $30 added to your starter kit, whatever you prefer. If you're interested, hi Linda, in joining my team, I'd love to have you on. I love my team. We're small but mighty, and I have the opportunity to be able to devote some time to you as you, hi Renee, join the team and be a part of my awesome Tuttle Up Stampers crew. All right, so I'm going to go to my hands here. You can tell I didn't spruce up as much today. I'm going to work out as soon as this video is over. So, you know, why shower, do your hair, all that stuff if you're getting ready to work out. So I hope I'm not, never mind. I hope I still look professional to you either way is what I'm trying to say. All right, so here we go. This week, I'm doing an online class to go. This is day 21 of my 31 days of Facebook Lives. I can't believe it's day 21 already. This week, we are using this beautiful Bokeh suite as our online class to go. You can get the online class to go with any order of $40 or more, but you might as well spend $60 and get a celebration item, right? So this is the suite that we're using, and if you spend $60 or more, you can choose something out of the celebration catalog. Lots of fun things here. I haven't even showed you everything yet for free, okay? So these are the cards that I made yesterday. This one we used blends to color the butterfly. I love this card, super sweet. there's the inside. Here's another card we made yesterday. This is a shaker card. You can see those sequins moving around inside there. It's a happy birthday card, very sweet and simple, and the shaker is not as hard to do as you think. So if you didn't see that yesterday, log on. And then this was a third card that we made yesterday. We used that embossing folder and these small butterflies, a little bit of peach pie glimmer paper. I think that's a fun. Oh, nice. Hi, Jan. Thanks for joining me in both places. I appreciate it. Okay, so today's card on Tuesday is always a fun fold card. And this is the card I have in store for you today. It is an easel card. It's a book binding easel card. I've never made one like this before. It says hello, and then it opens up diagonally like this, and it says, in case you need me, I'm here. And it just can sit right like that on someone's desk or their mantle or whatever, wherever they want it to be. So I'm going to show you how to make this card. It really is very simple, but fun, right? It looks amazing, don't you think? Yeah, I like it. I like it too. I didn't even wait for you guys to say it looks amazing because I like it. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to tell you what we're starting with. We are starting with a piece of balmy blue paper. And this piece of balmy blue paper is scored at 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. 4 1/4 or 5 1/2. Or if you're doing it this way, it's at 5 1/2 and 6 3/4. Okay, so whichever way you think about it easier. And this little section right here is what's going to create our bookbinding fold. So we're going to score that right like that. Now, what I'm going to do on the front here is I am going to score a diagonal line right here from this tip, the top right corner, right to that score line where that bookbinding fold ends. Okay, so I'm going to grab my Stampin' Cut and Trimmer here and scorer. I'm going to put my paper in the alley right here. So the point is going to go right up there in the alley, and then the score line is going to go right down here in the alley. Okay, so I'm going to be sure you're grabbing your score blade, not your cutting blade. The score blade is lighter for a lighter touch. That's how I remember it. And there we go. So now I have a diagonal fold right like that on my card. Okay, across the front edge there. Okay, so let's get started putting this together. I have some pieces here. I have a basic white panel that is 1 inch by 4 inches, and then I have a piece of that Bokeh paper that is 7/8 inches by 3 7/8 inches. I want to show you the paper I use. Let's see if I have another piece of it in here. Yes, this is the Bokeh paper I'm using. It's the one that has all kinds of colors in it. It has the balmy blue, it has pretty and pink, it has that daffodil delight, all the little bit of that green in there. So lots of fun colors in this. It could be used with lots of different colored cards. Okay, so that's what I cut for this piece. 1 inch by 4, 7/8 inch by 3 7/8 inch. So you're just getting a tiny little white border around that. Okay, so let me grab my liquid glue, and I'm going to add some liquid glue to the back side of this here. There we go. It's going to give me some wiggle room when I need to create that really thin border all the way around. See, I put it on there kind of sideways, but because I have the liquid glue, I can shimmy it a little bit here and shimmy it a little bit up here at the top. There we go. Okay, now this piece is going to go right here on this bookbinding part of our card. Hi, Sherry. Thanks for joining me. Okay, now this panel is going to go right on that bookbinding edge. It's called bookbinding because it kind of opens like a book. It has a little binding on it. There we go, right there. Okay, so then I'm going to grab my, what is this? Silver and white sheer ribbon is what it's called. It's going to go inside this section right here. It's going to lay right inside here. Okay. And I have found actually that it helps if you take your Seal Plus and just run a little strip of it right there and add your ribbon to that. It kind of helps you get a better hold without it being, you know, having lots of slack to it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. All right, I'm going to cut this off my bolt here, and I'm going to tie a bow right up here in the top right corner of this bookbinding fold. Oh, I'm sorry, Linda. I know you're in quite the journey right now. My prayers for you continue. I know it's frustrating when you don't get the answers that you're hoping for. Okay, so there we go. There's my bow up in that upper left corner of that bookbinding fold. All right, right like that. Now I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to add some tear and tape to my edge here. And of course I have every kind of tape available except my tear and tape. Here we go. So I'm going to put some tear and tape on that side of my ribbon. I'm going to put some tear and tape over here on the other side of my ribbon. Pull that off with my scissors. I like to get a really good bone folder burnish on that, I think is what the word is. Okay, I'm going to pull this up. Release that wax paper. There we go. And now I can just fold this and press it. There we go. And we're good with that, okay? That's all I need to do on that side. I might play with this ribbon a little bit later, but for now we're just gonna call it good. I just want it a tiny bit shorter and tighter, but here, I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off there. Okay, now we can work on the front of our card. And I have a piece of, well, let's not start with that. Let's start with this. I have a piece of basic white that is 4 by 4 inches, okay? I have a piece of silver that is 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. So that white, really, I'm just using it because this foil, silver foil paper, is just kind of wobbly, and it's just going to give it a good base right there, okay? So I'm going to add some liquid glue to the back of this silver paper. Right like that. Just a tiny little edge of white all the way around it, okay? Then I have cut another piece of that Bokeh paper. You see how I specifically wanted one that had some of that Daffodil Delight. I wanted to cut it that way. So this is 3 1/4, no, I lied, 3 1/2 by 3 1/2, and it's going to go right in the center there of that silver paper. Adding some Seal Plus to the back And I think I'm going to put it up like this and lay it right in the center right there of that silver paper. Okay, next, I cut a round Spotlight on Nature circle. This is the one that has the radiating stitches around it. And this one is about 2¼ inches in diameter. This is going to get popped up right here in the center of our panel. Okay, so I'm going to use some dimensionals here. I know lots of you up north are facing frigid temperatures today. My condolences. Just stay in and enjoy the day. I used to always say, a lot of my friends in Lincoln right now are enjoying a snow day, and I'd always say, a snow day is just a gift from God to stay inside. My kids would be like, can we go sledding? I'd be like, nah, I'm not taking you out in this, so you're going to have to just stay inside. But sometimes the neighbors would, they would do it. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we are. So here is our butterfly bokeh, beautiful bokeh butterfly embossing folder. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. This is so cool. Since this is a hybrid embossing folder, you can take this die, this big butterfly die, and you can set it right inside it, right like that. I mean, you can feel it. There's a little lip there on that butterfly that kind of holds that die in place, right like that, okay? If you try to put it over here, it'll slide around because it's not meant to go there, okay? So it's on this side, right here. And then I'm going to take my Daffodil Delight paper, lay it right on top, sandwich all of it together, flip it over, make sure your paper is covering the whole die, right like that. And then you're going to slide it through your die cutting machine. And what you're going to use is plate number 1 and plate number 4. Okay, that's the sandwich you're going to use. I'm going off camera here to my die cutting machine and just rolling that through. I'm going to roll it up and back. And it's so awesome. This is so fun. So not only did it die cut it, but it also embossed it. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I love hybrid embossing folders. I just think they're so fun, for sure. Okay. So now I'm going to grab my blending brush here and my balmy blue ink. So that's going to go right on the front, right like that. I'm grabbing my balmy blue ink. I'm going to use my scrap paper here. And I'm just going to ink up the wings with some balmy blue ink. It's just going to give it kind of that bokeh feel, really. That is the whole purpose, is to add a little blue. See that? Isn't that fun? To the wings of this butterfly. It's going to get picked up mostly by those raised portions of the butterfly. Let me go over here. It's going to tone down that yellow just a tad. And there we go. There's our butterfly. Okay? I'm going to grab my liquid glue and put the body on. I cut the large butterfly and the small butterfly body out of basic gray. Okay? I cut it out of basic gray. I wanted it to kind of blend with that foil paper. There we go. Might need to go down just a tad. right like that. Isn't that cute? Okay, so this is going to get, it's already popped up on there, and then this is going to get popped up right like that, okay? So it's going to, I want the little bit of that white to show like it's kind of, you know, coming into daytime almost, right? Giving it a little bokeh effect right there. So I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back side of this, and I'm only adding them to the center because I kind of want those wings, you know, to fly up. Oh, hi, Kathy. I know, I've heard you guys are freezing. I'm so sorry. I feel your pain. I remember it. It's one of those pains you never forget, right? There we go. Isn't that cute? Okay, one more thing is I'm going to grab a scrap of white here, and I'm going to stamp on it, hello, hello. Inking it up with my basic gray ink. There we go. And I'm just going to fussy cut around that and cut it out. Just kind of going around the edge here. So is the bokeh butterfly something you had your eye on before I started doing this as my class to go for this week? I knew I would love it. I'm not sure it was the first thing I put in my cart, but I tell you, I have fallen in love with it this week as I've been designing. Tomorrow's project, as you know, is going to be a 3D project. That's what I always do on Wednesdays. And then this is going to get popped up right here on this bottom wing right here with some mini dimensionals. Did any of you watch the football game last night? It wasn't nearly as close as and exciting as everybody hoped, right? I guess if you're an Ohio State fan. Hey, what about you, Linda? Are you an Ohio State fan? Is that what you were watching the game for? Or did you watch the game? I don't really care, to be perfectly honest, about any football game at all. Even Nebraska, I'm embarrassed to say, or my alma mater, A&M. I don't get too invested in the football. I'm going to put glue. Now you want to add this to this, but you only want to adhere it to the bottom triangle, okay? So we're going to add glue right here to the bottom triangle, right like that. Not getting too close to the edge, but there we go. And now this is going to get put right on the front here. And we're going to press it down. And then you see that allows this to open up like an easel sideways right here, okay? So believe it or not, we're almost done. I have another 4x4 piece of basic white. And for this, I'm going to stamp inside with my basic gray ink. In case you need me, I'm here. Going to ink it up. Just tap, tap, tap on your ink pads. You don't have to smush. I should be telling you what I did. I cut a balmy blue small butterfly and another basic gray small body. And I'm going to put those together right here. and I'm going to lay this down right here with a mini dimensional. That is going to pop this up and give something for that easel to hold on to, okay? I know, I do too. I love it too, Kathy. I know you're a big football fan. And you would think after living all those years in Nebraska, I would be. But you know what I'd rather be doing? Stamping and crafting and cooking and baking. All those things. And I suppose I could do them while I watch football, right? I don't know. I just never did, really. Okay, so this is going to go right inside right here. And I'm going to add some seal plus to the back. And it's going to go right inside, right like that. Okay, so this is going to pop up. How cute is that? Do you love it? I hope you love it. Okay, so then the last thing to do, it's going to be very quick, is that I'm going to take some of these bokeh dots, quite a few of them actually, and I'm going to add them to the front of my card. Okay, so I'm just going to put a few of them out there on my mat. I'm going to do just what I did yesterday. I'm going to grab my take your pick tool with the putty end here, and I'm going to put some dots. Oh, at least you'll get, yes, that was one good thing about, there's only two good things about super cold temperatures when you live up north. One of them in Nebraska is that one of my favorite eating places is Runza, and during January, they would have temperature Tuesdays. So you can buy a Runza for whatever the temperature was at what time? 6 o'clock that morning? I don't remember what time it was. But so if it was like 22 degrees that morning, you could get a Runza for 23 cents. So that was always fun. Except that meant you had to usually go out and get it. But now they have DoorDash and stuff, so that definitely makes life better. I'm going to add this little pink one right here. There we go. Another blue one maybe over here. I'm going to add another iridescent one right up here. And another blue one right there. There we go. What do you, oh, it looks like I have another little dot down here in the corner. Let me grab that. All right, so here's our fun fold card for the day. Let me know what you think of it. It's going to open like this. It's going to sit on someone's desk, and they're going to always know that you're here for them and that you care about them. So, 6 a.m. See, it's even early in the day. They didn't like wait till like it warmed up a little bit. So whatever the temperature is at 6 a.m. is what they'll sell you a Runza for. So, so fun. I hope you love this. If you enjoyed this video, would you give me some love, some likes, and some hearts? I could always use your business. My website is there at the bottom, TuddleUpShop.com, and our current host code is 3DEEABUG. 3D-a-bug. That's what it looks like to me. 3D-a-bug. So anyway, and it folds flat, goes easily in an envelope. I love it. So I hope you guys will give it a try. It's really fun. You could do all kinds of things on the front here as long as it's only glued to that bottom diagonal, right? So lots of options for you there. I'm going to turn back to my face, let you guys know how much I love you. Thank you so much for joining me here today. And I will be back tomorrow. It's going to be in the afternoon. I'm guessing 2 to 3 o'clock. I have a hair appointment tomorrow morning, so you can tell I need that. and uh, and then I have something else going on right after that. So anyway, God bless. I'll see you tomorrow, probably around 2 o'clock. And thanks for all your loves and likes and shares. And thanks for all of you who've stuck with me for 21 days so far. 10 more days to go. So God bless, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.